Hey, so I have spent a lot of time updating the METAR RasPi library, and this is the new family. Although, in addition to that, though I don't have it running right now. So I'm going to go from original to newest in this case. So we're going to zoom in here to the METAR plate. So this is the simplest of the bunch. It uses an Adafruit LCD RGB display. The backlight color is determined based on the current flight rules, so you can see it from across the room. Other than making sure that everything works with the most current version of the AVWX library, the biggest improvement here was extensibility, as well as having buttons that will work at any point during the scrolling. So it's JFK, I can set this to MCO. Here we go. Select, and there we go. So very simple, but this is the one that started it all. So I'm glad to see that finally working again. Now, the original screen size for METAR RasPi was about this. This is the 320 by 240 pixel resolution. This is not the same screen as I had originally done. This is meant for the Raspberry Pi B, the Gen 2 and above, essentially. So this is a higher density display, even though you can see it is noticeably smaller. However, this is new. This is now a 480 by 320 pixel display, and these are still touchscreen. This is the METAR Screen.Pi. In addition to the new display size, there you can see that we have a new clock. We're using that extra room that we have now. And I was able to do this because I made the layout entirely configurable via JSON file. So if you have a particular size screen that you want, all you need to do is create or copy over a JSON file from one of the 3 existing ones, make it so that it fits the layout that you want, make a pull request, and that's all you need to do to add a new screen size. I think that's pretty cool. So most of this is still the same. We do have the clock. The clock is new for everything except for the smallest screen size. You can make it UTC or local time, the local screen time, and it has all the usual things. So I can select, say, instead of Orlando International, I can make it be Orlando Executive, KORL. There we go. So it's clear. Winds are 5 knots out of 020. There are our remarks. As always, you can change backlight, info, and this one I actually have on startup, so this one will prompt me to shut down the Pi instead of exit the program. Now, the piece de la resistance, the thing that started this whole revamp of this project, I had someone request me to make it work for this size display and was so kind enough to send one in for me to work with. So everything is much larger. You still have the same core layout with the 2 of them. Clock is much bigger. Again, you can make it UTC or your local time. However, now we don't need that separate remark or weather screen. If there are weather translations, they'll be listed up top. Otherwise, it's going to list as much as the original report string as possible. So that's the big added benefit there. Same thing as usual. Everything is as you would expect it to be. So there's the exit of the program. But I think this is really nice. These screens are very easy to work with. I have instructions on how to get the Adafruit ones set up properly, as well as how to make it go at startup. I'm very excited to see what people do with it. Now, as usual, these are running the same core library that powers AVWX.res, my public API, REST API. And that API wouldn't exist if it weren't for these here. This is where that whole project started. So I hope you all enjoy it, and I would love to see if you have any new screen sizes that you want to be built with. So there's the whole METAR RasPi family. Hope you enjoy.